It's January 10th, 2022. Let's take a look at some online businesses that just went up for sale. The first one we have is this one right here, 14-year high-growth Amazon FBA e-com retailer in sportswear apparel. Holy cow, that was a mouthful to say. One thing that really jumps out at me right from the title is 14-year in Amazon FBA. You really don't see many Amazon FBA businesses more than 10 years old, or 14 years old in this case. If you think back 14 years ago, Amazon was really just a little, kind of speck of sand on the wall type of thing. They're a little guppy in a big, big pool. They really didn't have that market dominance that they have now. They weren't a part of everyone's life like they are now. So this FBA retailer has been around for quite a while, since the beginning almost. And, established in 2007, we got $3.4 million in cash flow, asking $15.3 million. So basically asking a 4.5x multiple on it here. It's listed by Website Closers. They deal a lot with internet businesses. And business description, what do these guys do? Over 1,000 orders per day, 90% Amazon and 10% eBay. Well, if we do the math, 90 and 10, that's 100, so that leaves 0 for sales on their own website through their own platform. So they're selling primarily through Amazon. Website Closers presents a phenomenal example of how to combine popular name brand products with e-commerce platforms that shoppers are eagerly using every day. The results for this 14-year-old brand have been tremendous, with sales skyrocketing for their selection of top brand name sports apparel that include the hottest brands on the market today. All right, I feel like that was just kind of a mess of words with the word brand stuck in there. What do these guys actually do? What I'm thinking here is where they say combine popular name brand products. They're selling other people's products, like in the sports apparel, that might be Nike, Champion, Adidas. And mind you, I don't know if that's what they're selling at all. Those are just examples. And they're selling those brand name products on e-commerce platforms. They use the word brand in here for themselves. This 14-year-old brand, this is going to be the company, whatever name they're using or whatever business name they're using to sell them on Amazon or eBay is what they're referring to by this. But it sounds like from this they're selling other brand name products. Now, Website Closers typically always has a pretty articulate and story-driven type of write-up here. So the write-up is quite long. Let's go through and see what else we can pick out of this. Fast delivery sales continue to reach record levels. Okay, how did this get into this inviable position? I've got some story time. I'm not too interested in it. This seems good. The company put together a network of more than 10 distributors for household brand products, each offering a unique portfolio featuring thousands of available items to sell. That included many items known for being highly popular and seeing consistent high demand. In the last year, the company has tallied more than 2,900 Amazon listings, has tallied sales on more than 2,900 Amazon listings, with more than 440,000 units sold, an average order value of $36. It's relatively low in the e-com world. The company sells on Amazon, which is 90%. We knew that. Product research has been a major component to the success of this company. Over the past 6 years, a carefully cultivated list of highly profitable Amazon listings have been developed. That list has consistently grown each year, adding to the exponential sales growth and overall stability of the company. They identify products where the competition is limited or products where they rank higher than competitors and increase those listings. Okay, so I mean, this is as true Amazon FBA as you can get. They're typically looking at the search volume, looking for low competition, high volume types of products, and then choosing their product selection around that. This approach has worked spectacularly well, okay? Amazon customers, their product line is diverse, as making concentration a non-issue. Yeah, that's pretty typical stuff. The promising option to expand would be launching the brand's own Shopify website to drive direct consumer traffic and further diversify the sales platform. More importantly, it would give the company an opportunity to launch an SEO program that includes full optimization of their website, adding keywords to product descriptions, and launching a blog to boost organic traffic. And then customers could sign up to get emails about products. So basically, this whole business here is reselling other brands on Amazon and eBay. What they're saying for opportunity and room for growth is take this onto its own website and own more of the customer base. And, that's certainly one way to grow the business, and certainly something I think that would need to be done. A new owner would want to do that. I also see that as really an Achilles heel or lack of justification for this pricing. They're asking 4.5x on cash flow, and really this business lives, literally breathes, lives, and dies on Amazon and eBay. And if it gets axed there, I don't know I know these seller accounts sometimes get suspended. Maybe Amazon decides to cut you out and start reselling these products themselves. Maybe they buy a company that's, in the space, or more than likely not partnered with a company in the space, and then start promoting their own products over yours. You have a lot of platform risk here when you're selling on Amazon and eBay. For that reason, I personally think this one's listed on the very high side. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not really a specialist on Amazon FBA businesses, but quite frankly, I wouldn't do 4.5x on this deal here, because Amazon and eBay really own the customer, right? You can buy an e-commerce business at 4.5x where you already own the customer. I think that would really need to be discounted to make this listing price attractive. And personally, in my opinion, I don't think that listing price is attractive. Now, on the growth side of things, yeah, you need to get a website and kind of start building your own brand. But all of these things right here, building a Shopify website, granted that, isn't going to take that long. But everything else here, launching an SEO program and getting organic traffic, that could take years, and that may never come. So I think that for somebody to really buy this and be successful with it, they'd really have to have experience driving sales through paid advertisements. That's what I think about this listing. Let's go on to the next one here. The next one is on Empire Flippers. And this one was really interesting to me. Let me just kind of read the first sentence. This listing is for a subscription-based business. I didn't even read that. This listing is for a subscription business created in January 2019 in the finance niche. All right, that's usually typically a lucrative niche. The business built on Zenforo is a subscription-based forum that provides information related to finance. The site has seen a strong year-over-year growth, has a strong backlink profile, and requires minimal time to maintain. If you know anything about Zenforo, which most people probably do not, but I know that it is a forum-based PHP program, or it's a PHP-based forum program. And that builds message boards, like what used to be really popular before everybody was on Facebook, before we had like Facebook groups and Reddit message boards. There'd be industry message boards or forums. And I remember using them a lot back in like 09 to maybe 2011, maybe a little bit even before 09. But it seems like after that, they kind of fizzled out. So to see a business that is basically a forum business charging for subscriptions and then generating $41,000 in revenue is really incredible. It was created in January 2019, so my gosh, at this point we're 3 years into it, I still feel like it's the year 2020. It's like everything just after COVID just kind of merged together, right? But anyways, it's January 2022, so this business is 3 years old now. They've outsourced maintenance and operations. All content is member and user generated, characteristic of a forum. And yeah, it seems like a really interesting business, because I really don't know what else to say about it or what to think about it other than to take a look at it and see just what it is and how it's doing and how they are selling a subscription model to generate $41,000. So if they've got $41,000 in revenue and 2,500 customers here, what does that mean? That they're charging each of them roughly $15, I think? Yeah, 10 of it would be 25,000, and 180 new ones a month. So it's growing. And they're paying somewhere between $15 and $20 a month. Maybe there's a graduated leveling of them. Yeah, it's just a really interesting business. The multiple on it here at 49x, I will say, is rather high, I think, for a a 3-year-old business. But that's not to say there's not value there. I think this would be something that would be of interest for anybody looking to acquire a content-based website and has experience in forum and membership sites, or even membership sites but not forums. The next one we got here is on Motion Invest. And oops, I don't have the right tab open, so let me find that. Okay, I found it. Here we go. beststudiomics.com. 4 years and 4-month-old tech product website making $556 per month via Amazon, United States, in the last 9 months, being sold via our marketplace. So this website right here is basically just a niche site on Best Studio Mics. Now, I'm not a big fan of buying niche sites. I kind of feel like, and I've made other videos on this, I feel like they're usually a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. And also, fundamentally, the concept of a niche site, which is just publishing text on a website, is a dying thing. Google's rewarding multimedia content. It is rewarding real, authentic user reviews. And a lot of these niche sites that you see for sale on Motion Invest or anywhere don't have that. They're just the same old rehashed content and rehashed reviews that add no value. So let's see what Best Studio Mics is here. And it looks a little neglected. So it's not loading any of the pictures. Let me just open this up in Chrome, see if this is not my own issue. Okay, so when we load it up in Chrome, we get some pictures. So possibly this is a cross-browser compatibility issue, just due to neglect. But we can see what they got. Hi, I am Robert Green, the story behind it. This looks like a stock photo. And there's some content. How do USB mics work? Okay. Best recording apps. Difference between condenser. Let's just open up some of these and look at the content on here. Product reviews. Right, so like what I want to see is, are these actual reviews or is this just rehashed baloney? And looking at this right off the top, right from the get-go, it just looks like rehashed baloney, not actual user experiences and real user reviews. So I think that would be the best angle to grow this website, and that's part of why I picked this here to look at. Because, it's making some money, it's making $556 a month, but the topic, studio microphones, number one, there's a lot of microphones out there. There's a few different affiliate programs that you could get into for it beyond Amazon. You could get in with, there's some audio, video specific industry retailers out there online. I think BH Photo Video is probably the biggest name, but they've got their own affiliate program, so you could diversify away from Amazon. And then with all of that, you could easily create your own content on this. All right, so you would have to get the microphones, do a little review of them, either write it up, do a video, I guess ideally do both, and publish them. But these microphones are not, they're not too expensive to the point where it's going to price you out. They're not like a washing machine or something. I mean, they're granted, they're not going to be pennies, but some of them will be $500, while most of them are probably in the sub $150, sub $200 range. Maybe you could carve out or start by doing the low budget studio mics and then kind of go up from there. But they're low cost and they're also small in size. So again, like a washing machine, right? Like if you're going to test that, you got to like drag it in, set it up, and then I don't know how to dispose of it when you're done, etc. That's really not practical for a product review style website. Whereas these studio microphones, I mean, this is really easy. You don't need a lot of space for these. You could buy 20 of them and store them in a box. It's just not, it's not a real inconvenience. And I guess on the flip side, I should say in the world of product reviews, it's really convenient because you're just going to record them probably right from your computer with a webcam like I'm doing for this. So that's why this one is of interest to me. I think that it's had a decent foundation. It's survived 4 years and 4 months. And actually pulling in some real product reviews and product testing could really be a hidden gem here, a hidden gold mine behind this website. And finally, we have this one, personalized pet products e-commerce business, $400,000. This is a highly successful print-on-demand business in the pet niche which allows customers to upload a photo of their pet at purchase, which a highly skilled team of graphic artists customizes onto parody/Renaissance themed custom canvases, posters, phone cases, mugs, blankets, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's a print on demand geared toward the pet industry or people's pet relationships, I guess. $400,000. How much revenue is this thing doing? 1 million, a little over 1 million, 1.06 mil. Cash flow, 150 grand. So the margin here is very low. It's not terrible. I mean, if we did the math on this, it probably works out to about 14%. It's not terrible, but it's low. What other costs do they have in here? Cost of goods are ordered on demand through supplier's API after purchase. Okay, that's very nice. Seemingly automated. Owner spends about 10 hours a week on the business. Main tasks involve coordinating with the ad agencies that manage Google and Facebook, as well as graphic designer. Okay, so right there, that's what I was looking for. Are they running ads? And they are. If they've got an agency that's running Google and Facebook, taking it from, it's eating away at their margin. And I'd assume that the ads are probably a good portion of this, probably 40 to 50%. And their cost of goods is well lower than that. So in looking at that, you could wonder, hey, maybe I could run ads cheaper than the agency. If you're a skilled paid advertiser, that's one way of kind of doing some things and adding some value here. I will say, one of the reasons why I jumped right towards looking at paid advertising metrics and checking to see if there was paid advertisements in the actual expenses that would come between revenue and cash flow is because I know that these personalized pet products don't really thrive on organic traffic, right? Nobody's really typing into Google, order a phone case with my dog. Maybe some people are, but not many people are. These things are more of a kind of shove it down their throat and say, hey, look, we can do this with your dog. Hey, look, we can do that with your dog. Hey, look, we can put your dog on a piece of canvas. Buy now, buy now, buy now. Maybe not literally that, not like an infomercial, but they're sold. The ones that have high sales are done through aggressive advertising. And rarely do these types of businesses thrive with organic SEO type of stuff. So yeah, 2020 was a bit of an anomaly year for e-commerce because the massive increase in people in lockdown meant there was an unprecedented increase in people at home on their devices. This resulted in a huge decrease in the cost of advertising. That's interesting. And a large increase in profits as well. Okay, so in 2020, they had there was just a big demand. 2021 was more of a typical year for performance. Although we did see a decrease in sales, we still managed to surpass 7 figures. So I don't think it publicly gives us the annual breakdown on it here. I think this is what do I think? I think it's a decent business here, particularly if there's ways that you can parlay this into other types of pet products or maybe other types of nostalgia memorabilia. I don't know what industry you categorize this as, but I was gonna say nostalgia because what if you're doing it for your baby, right? Or something like that. Or maybe this thing is geared towards dogs and you could increase market by going towards cat owners. People overlook cat owners a lot. And, maybe you could also cut out some advertising by bringing the advertising in-house. And what do they say they're doing? Google and Facebook? I know that there's also TikTok ads out there and there's Snapchat ads out there. I personally don't work a lot with those because I target an older demographic in my businesses, but I know those platforms are out there, and for a personalized pet product, they might work quite well. So those are the online businesses that I pulled up and found this week, guys. If you have any questions, well, drop them in the comments below, or if you're interested in these, just, kind of pause the screen when I've got the title pulled up here and then just Google the title, and you should be able to find these listings like that. That's a wrap on this one.